This is Delta 316. We have a math problem on the loose. We have a math problem.
If you have a triangle followed by a circle, then a square, then you have another triangle followed by a circle, then a square, and you are asked to continue this pattern. By looking at the order or the sequence in which the shapes occur, you can predict that the next one after the square is likely to be a triangle, and the next shape after the triangle is likely to be a circle, and that consecutive repetition is called a pattern. The act of you identifying how a pattern occurs is a conjecture. A conjecture is basically you predicting what happens for that pattern to occur. So now, you have different types of patterns. In grade 10, we focus more on the linear pattern. For each term, you add 1 to get the next one. Then you add 1 to get the next, and you add 1 to get the next. This is a linear pattern. Here, you add 2 to get 4, you add 2 to get 6, you add 2 to get 8. This is still a linear pattern. You are asked to identify what each pattern would be. The type of pattern, is it linear, is it geometric, or is it a Fibonacci sequence? Now, the Fibonacci sequence is a special type of pattern. It does not change. So you can simply identify it by adding the current number with the previous and seeing if it gives you the next number. So that would be a Fibonacci sequence. If we look at this, you multiply by 3 each time. Here, you add 1 to the exponent each time. And here, you add 2 each time. Adding 1 to the exponent, adding 1 to 0 would give us 1. So you add 1 to the exponent every time. You add 1, you add 1, you add 1. These are geometric. You add 4, you add 2 to each number. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. So this is now a linear sequence. We have identified the difference between linear sequences, geometric sequences, and other sequences such as the Fibonacci. But in this lecture, we will focus only on linear sequences. These are suitable for grade 10. This is the only one you focus on. Let's look at another type of linear sequences or patterns. You have 35, you have 41, 47, 53, and it goes on. You are asked to write down the next 3 numbers and to give us the conjecture, which means explain what happens each time. If you add 6 each time, you will get the next one. So which means here, the next one would be 53 plus 6, 59. 59 plus 6, 65. 65 plus 6, 71. So your conjecture is that you add 6 to each term to get the next. So each term means the current one. Now in mathematics, we don't usually explain how things occur. Normally we express them in terms of formulas. So the next thing you will learn in patterns is how to find the formula for every sequence you find. So here's what we have. Our pattern now is 5, 8, 11, 14. First, you need to know that we are adding 3 each time. So you add 3 each time, right? And what you need to know is that this is your first term. This is your second term, your third, your fourth, and so forth. Okay? So we add 3 each time. What we ask ourselves is, what do we need to add or subtract to the first term in order to get 5? The first term, in order to get 5, you'd need to add 2. So you must add 2 in order for you to get 5 when you put 3 and the first term. So this is a product, which means our formula will look something like this. Tn is the formula or the representation of the pattern. N is the number, the position of the term. If you have position 1, N is 1. If you have position 2, N is 2. Position 3, N is 3. Position 4, N is 4. So what you add each time is this, your 3, your difference. So this basically means that Tn is equal to the difference multiplied by the position plus what you need to add each time, which is a constant. So we can call this, can label these very easily, can label them quickly. This is the term value. Term value, because it tells you the number. This is the difference, what you add or subtract, so it doesn't change. This is your position of the term, and this here is your constant. It is what must be added. So now you have the formula. You can continue to solve other problems using this formula. Let's say now, first example. We have 16, 13, 10, 7. We know that our formula is this. Okay. So first, we need to find our difference. What is our difference? Our difference D is equals to, if you look at this, you have 16, 13, 10, 7. 16 minus 13 is 3. 16 minus 13 is 3. Subtract. 13 minus 10 is 3. 10 minus 7 is 3. So each time you subtract 7, if it was going up, like if it was the other way around, it would be plus, plus, plus. Since it's going down, it's negative because you're subtracting 3 each time. So the difference will be 3. So in order to find C, you have the position of each term here that you would choose, and you have its value. So if you choose position 3, let's say you label this as first, second, third, fourth. If you choose the third position, n will be equals to 3. And the value of the third position is 10. So Tn will be 10. So you're going to put 3 here, 10 here, and the difference. Then you solve for C. So now we can choose any. Let's say we choose the first one. The value is 16. We are using this formula. The difference is -3. And the position is 1 plus C. We do not know C. So 16 is equal to -3 times 1 is -3 plus C. So 16, 3 will go to the other side, become positive. It will be 19. So each time you know that your constant is 19. Say maybe you use a different position. Say you take position 3. So the value Tn is the value, it's 10. The difference is D, it's -3. We still don't know C. Assuming that we don't know C, the position is 3. You have 10 here. You have -3 times 3, which is -9 plus C. To solve for C, 9 will go to the other side and become positive. So 10 plus 9 will be 19. So you see, C is the same regardless of the position you choose, as long as you choose the correct value and the position. Okay. To find the term, the equation Tn will be equal to the difference n plus 19, which means every time you want to find a specific term, its position will go here, then you will get the term. Say you want to find the fifth term. Fifth term, T15 will be equal to -3 by 5 plus 19. This will be 15. -15 plus 19 is -4. So the fifth term, 5, is -4. Let's look at the last example. You have 208, you have 195, you have 182, you have 169. Let's first find the next 3 terms. Now, the next 3 terms would be us having to find the difference or the addition. So basically you want to find, when you add or you subtract, you want to see if we are adding or subtracting. You'll take the first values that you have. 208 to get to 195, you need to subtract. So you'll say 208 minus 195, which I found to be -13. 195 minus 182 also is a -13. So you've established that you're subtracting 13 each time, since we know that this is definitely a linear pattern. So for the next 3 terms, you'll say 169 minus 13, and you'll get your next term, which is 156. And you'll subtract 13 from that, you'll get 143. Subtract 13 from that, you'll get 130. So these are your next 3 terms. This is term number 1, term number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Simply saying it's your next 3 terms doesn't mean this is term 1. Term 1 is this, term 2, term 3, term 4, term 5, term 6, term 7. It just means that it's the next 3 terms following the already occurring terms. So you have the difference. Difference, negative 13. You will choose any term position. Choose any position. Let's say we choose 2. The value of that position or term, position 2, is 195. We know our formula should look something like this. We have our value, 195. We have our difference. We have our n. We don't have c. Our difference is negative 13. Our term is 2. The value of the second term is 195. Solving this, you have that 13 times 2 is negative 26 plus c. The 2 will go to the other side, so 195 plus 26 will give you 221. This is the value of c. So by finding this, it means that Tn is equal to the difference multiplied by the term position plus 221. And this is your equation. So if you are asked to find the 13th term, it will be very long and straining to do this 13 times. So the easiest way is to say, okay, I know my d is negative 3. I know my c is 221. And this gave me Tn to be negative 13n plus 221. So what I can do now, I am asked to find n number 13. So what I basically do now is that I want T13 using this negative 13. I know my n is 13 plus 2, 2, 1. Then from here, I simply solve. Negative 13 multiplied by 13 is negative 169 plus 221. 169 plus 221. Negative 169 plus 221 will give me 52. So term number 13 is equal to 52, and you're fine. The last thing they can ask you is to find the position in which the term is equal 13. Now, they tell you that the term value is 13. Find its position. So they want you to substitute 13 such that you find the value of n. So you substitute 13 in place of your term value, because the term value is 13. Negative 13 n plus 2, 2, 1. You try to solve n. 2, 2, 1 will go to the other side, so you'll have 13 minus 2, 2, 1 equal negative 13n. So 13 minus 2, 2, 1 is negative 208 equal to negative 13n. Divide both sides by negative 13, and 208 minus 13 is 16. Divided by 13 is 16. then you have your n. So the 16th term will give a value of 13, and that's how you can simply do your patterns.